What's up, y'all? It's Melanated GL Decoder here, and let's talk about NineStar. Now, I know a lot of the international collective and the collective that's in them obviously do not like this company, but me being new to the realm, but true to the realm, I beg to differ. So let's talk about the structural weakness, of NineStar, but also the hypocrisy of the collective when it comes to people that had infrastructure, like the Idol Factory being with Channel 3. Let's talk about it. Obviously, we have AI to assist us, so y'all don't have to listen to me talk.
Perfect. Now I understand exactly the frame you want. A direct structural mirror between NineStar and Idol Factory Channel 3. Here's a tight breakdown you can use as a script or talking points. NineStar versus Idol Factory Channel 3. Structural mirror in the Thai GL Realm 1. Backing and infrastructure. Idol Factory Channel 3. CEO was still under contract with Channel 3. Structural protection and a safety net. Even if things went wrong, there was fallback, visibility, and resources. Failure wasn't total because the system supported them. NineStar. No structural backing for talent like Faye. Decisions by the company actively harmed careers. Failure was exposed publicly. No fallback, no safety net. 2 consequences and grace. Idol Factory Channel 3. Because the system was behind them, grace could flow. Failures were softened. Visibility plus backing is forgiveness from fandom and panels. NineStar, lack of backing. Harsh consequences for mistakes. International fandoms and panels refuse to give grace. Selective grace shows a structural bias. Back talent is forgiven. Unprotected talent is punished. 3. Visibility and power. Idol Factory Channel 3. Top of the hierarchy, highly visible. Their couple fuels the system, fans feed the machine. NineStar. Lower visibility, weaker infrastructure. Missteps are amplified because no system is protecting the brand or talent. Fans and panels act as enforcement rather than support. 4. Key observations perspective. This is about systems, not ships. Who's protected, who's punished, who controls visibility. NineStar's failure exposes how the Thai GL ecosystem punishes talent without structural backing. Idol Factory Channel 3's partial failure highlights how systemic protection mitigates accountability. Calling out this contrast reveals structural hypocrisy. The system privileges the visible back machine while leaving independent actors exposed. Bottom line, Idol Factory Channel 3, system backed, failure cushioned, grace flows. NineStar, independent exposed, failure public, grace denied. Insight, power plus infrastructure dictates who survives the Thai GL realm, not necessarily talent or ethics.
Yeah, and once again, it's not a coincidence that NineStar got a partner for Yoko named Grace. Okay? Because they're like, where's our Grace? Yeah, they fucked up big time. But didn't Idol Factory fuck up Frame Becky? Fuck around here. You can't give grace to a company that had systematic backing and not give grace to a company that really fucked up their own shit ultimately. But they're going to have to pay their repercussions due to their energetic, their karma's going to come back to them. But at the same time, y'all don't give them grace, but y'all give the CEO grace. It seems like y'all don't want to back women. But a man that didn't pay women gets opportunities to get away free and has a job? Okay, it's the hypocrisy to me. It's a hypocrisy to me. And obviously, the rhetoric of, oh, if you support NineStar, you're just like them. Obviously, you can think what you want. But when you over there are giving you're giving no grace to other companies that have structural backing and have resources to actually do the girls right, that's crazy to actually regurgitate out loud. So once again, I'm new to the realm, but I'm true to the realm. And obviously, the weaknesses in NineStar were obvious, and it's unfortunate that they fumbled their own creation. You know what I'm saying? They did it to themselves. They will have to pay the karma. But me personally, don't be acting like other companies. Don't do even worse. Okay? At least they were getting paid. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. At least they were getting paid, so we know about. They didn't. But yes, unfortunately, old girl didn't have anybody else to go to, so she had to leave. She had to get kicked out. She got kicked out. And obviously, now she's in her own bag, doing her own thing, as she should. And that's what we love, independent women. And once again, obviously, Idol Factory wasn't big enough to hold the girls that they did, because their infrastructure was weak as fuck too. But y'all give them grace. Makes no sense. But y'all can't give NineStar grace. It shows how y'all favoritism. The favoritism be out loud, bro. It's crazy. And obviously, they're a new company. They fucked up big time. But they're not the only company that's ever fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That's ever fucked up, like really fucked themselves. That I live in America. You know how many archetypes get fucked over here that look like me? It was just y'all got to see a mirror from your own archetype. Exactly. It hurts, doesn't it? But if you're not used to seeing archetypes being done wrong in your geographical location, like I am in my geographical location, you wouldn't have the pattern recognition. You wouldn't understand. And obviously, because NineStar didn't have money like Idol Factory, obviously Idol Factory didn't have no money, but NineStar didn't have the backing of these other ecosystems. Their failure was so loud, it was all over the internet. Their failure, the boycotts, everything I hear y'all say about them on the streets, so loud. You know what I'm saying? But once again, y'all give grace to the CEO. Wicked work. Never in my book. I'll never give a man grace that didn't deserve it. The dude had a contract under Channel 3. He always had a way out, and he failed the ladies. NineStar never had a way out, and they failed them own selves. So once again, I'm not giving any obviously I'm giving grace to NineStar because I see what Idol Factory did. If you can't give NineStar grace because of how they did Old Girl, then don't be giving CEO grace either. Because if you do, you're just a hypocrite. But obviously, a lot of international people, they're caught up in the maze. They're caught up in the ships. Me personally, new to the realm, I have many ships. And I will talk about them on the channel, obviously, as I continue to understand the structure and who these ladies are going through and being platformed by. Because ultimately, obviously, no one's talking about it the way I'm talking about it. Now, Grace and Yoko, I think, are cute. And when I hear the other people talk about them, obviously, it's slander. But my opinion, I'll give them an opportunity. Their structure, NineStar fucked up. Idol Factory fucked up. And they'll have to learn and live with the things that they did. But listen, I live in America. You know how many motherfuckers have fucked up over here and have been given opportunities to redeem themselves? So depending on how the Thailand Geographic Collective is, we will see if NineStar is able to get even with what they even had in the first place. They may or may not, but it may be a long time till they get back to the position that they were due to their own weak infrastructure, right? But don't act like y'all can't give them grace based upon how they fumbled and y'all giving the CEO grace and how he didn't fumble. He just walked away. He was lacking accountability. And at least if NineStar did all that shit, at least they stood on their square. And if they lied, they lied. They told the truth, they told the truth. Was you in the room? You heard what old girl said? You heard what they said? But at the end of the day, they separated. At the end of the day, the infrastructure of NineStar was weak. And it got exposed because they didn't have no institution backing. And y'all gave them no grace. Y'all gave them no opportunity to come back for how they failed. And understandably, that's your right to do that. And understandably, it's my right to call up the hypocrisy of how y'all didn't give the smoke to the CEO of Idol Factory either. So always remember that, okay? Deuces.